10 News starts right now.
Good morning, South Florida. I'm Eric Yutzi. Here's a look at your top stories today.
After I saw that I was shot and bleeding, all I was worrying about was saving my life.
Only on Local 10, we're hearing from the woman who jumped out of a moving car as it was being shot at on I-95. She was left with severe road rash on her feet and arms. She was shot in her hand. Her boyfriend, Brandon Telemaque, was behind the wheel of a gray Infiniti on Monday. He was able to drive to the hospital. That is where police linked his car to another crime the day before. Telemaque is accused of robbing a man at gunpoint. He is now behind bars on armed robbery charges. An apartment fire at a Sunny Isles Beach high-rise under investigation. Miami-Dade firefighters responding to a call about 8 p.m. at the Sands Point condominiums on Collins and 167th Street. The flames breaking out inside of a vacant apartment under construction on the 15th floor. The building was partly evacuated. Nobody was hurt. An alleged drunk driver under arrest. His pickup truck went right into a convenience store. That crash was caught on surveillance video at the Exxon gas station on Northeast 13th Street in Fort Lauderdale. The customer goes flying after the impact. He was taken to the hospital with minor injuries. The driver, 67-year-old Joseph Alines, is now facing DUI charges.
Listen to Local 10's podcast, The Florida Files, wherever you are, whenever you want. Just say, Alexa, play the Florida Files podcast.
Getting the latest episode of Florida Files. Here it is from TuneIn.
Previously on the Florida Files.
Or just ask Siri, I want to hear the latest Florida Files podcast.
Here's the newest episode of the Florida Files.
Get the Florida Files on Alexa, Google Home, or Apple devices just by saying play the Florida Files podcast. The Florida Files from the one and only Local 10.
An out-of-control driver injured after nearly hitting a home in Opelika. It happened along Northwest 32nd Avenue and 104th Street. The dark blue car knocking down a fence ended up against a concrete wall separating two houses there. It also appears to have slammed into a fire hydrant and an SUV parked in the driveway. That driver airlifted to Jackson's Ryder Trauma Center. No word yet on his condition. We know no one else was hurt in this crash. As breaking news happens, we'll keep you covered on air and online. Head to local10.com throughout the day for more local news coverage and updates.